Now we are going to start with our gas turbine power stations. The generating stations in which gas turbines are used as prime mover for the generation of electrical energy as known as gas turbine power plants or power stations. In gas turbine power plant, air is used as a working fluid. The air is compressed by means of compressor and is fed to the combustion chamber where heat is also added in the chamber. Now next is for the combustion chamber, the hot and high pressure air is passed to the prime mover, that is gas turbines, where it expands and does the mechanical work. The gas turbines which are coupled to the alternators drive the alternator which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. This is the diagram for gas turbine power plant. So first block of this gas turbine power plant is gas turbine. The products of combustion comprising of mixture of gases at high temperature and pressure are passed through the gas turbine. These gases in passing over the turbine blades expand and thus do the mechanical work. Next is compressor. The compressor used in gas turbine power plant is generally of rotary type. The air is drawn by the compressor from the atmosphere via filter. The filter removes dust from the air. Next is combustion chamber. It consists of a vessel into which the air at high pressure from the compressor is fed. In the combustion chamber, heat is added to the air by burning oil. The oil is injected to the combustion chamber through the burner at high pressure to ensure atomization of oil and it's through mixing with air. Next is regenerator. It is a device used in gas turbine power plant. The function of this is to recover heat from the exhaust gases of the turbine. The exhaust gases are made to pass through the regenerator before wasting to the atmosphere. Regenerator is a nest of tubes contained in a shell. Next is alternator. The alternator is coupled to the gas turbine. The alternator converts mechanical energy of the turbine into electrical energy. The output of the alternator is given to the bus bar through transformers, circuit breakers and isolators. Then last is motor. An electric motor is used to start the compressor before starting the turbine. The electric motor and turbine are mounted on the same shaft. The motor is energized by the batteries. Next are some features of gas turbine power plant. The overall efficiency of gas turbine power plant is low, as the major part of the power developed is utilized in driving the compressor. Gas power plant has some advantages also. The gas turbine power plants require low initial cost. The size of gas turbine power plant is much smaller than steam power stations. The gas turbine power plants are more reliable. The building space required for gas turbine power plant should be small. The maintenance cost of such plants is very low as compared to diesel plants. There is no standby losses. In a steam power station, these losses occur because boiler is kept in operation even when the steam turbine is supplying no load. Gas turbine power plant has disadvantages also. Gas turbine unit has got starting problems because the compressor has to start it before the starting of the turbine. The output of the unit is low as greater part of power developed by the turbine is used in driving the compressor. Then here are some points which we have to follow while selection of site for gas turbine power plant are: the site should be as near to the load center as possible so that the cost of transmission of power and losses should be minimum. The site should be far away from thickly populated area. The land required for gas turbine power plant should be cheap rate in order to keep the capital cost of plant low. The fuel required for the plant should be easily available. The transportation facilities should be available. Now next is diesel power station. A generating station in which diesel engine is used as a prime mover for generation of electrical energy is known as diesel power station. Diesel power station is also used as standby sets for continuity of supply to important places such as hospitals, cinema houses, radio stations, etc. Here is the schematic diagram for diesel power plant. First is fuel system. It consists of storage tank, strainers, fuel transfer pump and all day tank. The fuel oil is transported to the plant side by rail or road. From the storage tank, the oil is pumped to the day tank through strainer. Next is air intake, air filters. The air required or fuel combustion is supplied to the engine. The air filters are provided to remove the dust particles from air which may act as abrasive in the engine cylinder. Next is engine exhaust system. This system leads the engine exhaust gas outside by building and discharges it into the atmosphere. Next is engine cooling system. The heat generated by the burning of oil fuel in the engine is partly converted into useful work and the remaining is wasted as heat in the outgoing exhaust gases and in heating the cylinder walls, piston, rings, etc. and may cause damage to the system. To keep the engine parts within the safe operating limits, cooling is provided. Next is engine lubricating oil system. This system is of great importance. This system minimizes the wear of rubbing surfaces of the engine. The life of the engine and its efficiency depends largely on its lubrication. Then last is engine starting system. This system is provided to rotate the engine initially while starting until firing starts at the unit runs with its own power. Then what steps we have to follow while site selection? The design and layout of the plant are quite simple. Such plants maintain high operational efficiency irrespective of load. So for selecting the site, we should take care that the land should be available at cheap rate. The site should be away from thickly populated area. The site should be as near to the load center. The quantity of water available should be sufficient. The transport facilities should be available. So here are some advantages and disadvantages of diesel power plant. Diesel power plant is designed, the design is quite simple. Such plants maintain high operational efficiency. There are no standby losses. This plant requires less operating staff. It can be located anywhere. So the disadvantages are the plant can generate only small power. The maintenance charges are very high. The cost of lubrication is generally high. Diesel power plants have limited capacity. Noise from the exhaust is a serious problem.